I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to people to struggle. How you do, how you do. As we are here, please let the tribe know we are in the building. Let the tribe know we are in the building. Share, like, and make sure that green screen is popping. Keep the green screen in effect. Keep it in effect. It is a little bit after 3 o'clock, and I want to jump right into this build here. There's been a tragedy in Chesapeake, Virginia, and first and foremost, we here in this space would love for the families of the victims to accept our deepest condolences. It is a very, 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 very tight time. And many people, some members in the tribe, as we speak, have lost loved ones. Loved ones have transitioned quietly, because they are elders. Others, because they're suffering from some illness or dis-ease. Salute, Horace. Thank you for the green screen. And there's a few who have passed because of a tragedy such as this, gun violence, or other means of violence. This, regardless of if you are religiously connected to these holidays or not, it's a very, very troubling time for a lot of our people. Emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. There is a very, very, very troubling space that some people find themselves in when it's associated with this time. And this time here, and this is the beginning when we're speaking on Thanksgiving, Christmas, the New Year's holiday. Man, it's there's an overabundance of emotion for people who have suffered loss. And for many, there is no way to disconnect holiday season from some type of trauma. And when we look at this shooting, this incident, as news is coming in and as people are sharing videos and really connecting with that trauma, when people are bonding with that trauma, it can disturb so many people's energies at one given time. As I delved into the work of anti-gun violence, anti-unnecessary gun violence, I began to see a pattern of people who really have no connection to how angry they are on any given day. I also saw a pattern of people who were not in presence, because anger is presence as well, but in presence of other people's emotions or mental state. And I say that to say that there are many times through our lack of connection that we are not able to sense that we could be triggering someone, which is a very, 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 very disturbing place for us all, because we don't know each other. And we're all making an attempt to navigate in this small little space within this small amount of time together. This young man, like the alleged shooter, 31 years old. And from what all of the reports are saying is that he made a conscious choice. Simone Nicole Simmons, salute, salute. To make sure that he exercised the most lethal, right? The most lethal blows to these people before subsequently allegedly taking his own life. And people were witness to this. So the people who witnessed it are forever, forever traumatized. Forever traumatized. It doesn't go away. The people who I've witnessed that have lost their life to gun violence, none of those faces leave from me. The incidents, none of that. I know and recall all of them. Every time I was shot at, I know exactly where I was. I know exactly who was shooting. I know the exact trauma that came through my essence every time. I know everyone who I drew down on and let it go at every time. Weapons of war and the ability to use them and the after effects of such, it leaves a mental imprint on you. It leaves a spiritual imprint on you. No matter who you are. Some people are able to hold it, manage it, and comprehend it better than others. Some people never come back from it. So it is a space where we need to all, or again, have some type of, not some type of, but have a lot more empathy when we're speaking on this incident and all of the incidents that's going to come and incidents from the past. Because if you've been with me on social media over the last decade, I've said this, that this is going to continue. And it's going to continue because we are living in this space where all of us are oppressed. Every last one of us. This system that we're living in, the institutions that govern it are oppressive. And as long as they are in effect, there are going to be people who cannot process it, who are not only disenfranchised, but are mentally and spiritually disturbed. They just don't get it. But we all make an attempt to live not only in it, but through it. And how we are able to deal with it has to be intentional. There has to be a purposeful path that you take to kind of grasp exactly what we are going through on a minute by minute basis. And it's not easy. As I always say, welcome the struggle. We have to welcome the struggle because it is a struggle. Whether we partake in it or not, it does not negate the fact that just living during this space and time is a struggle. It's a continuous mental struggle, physical struggle, definitely a spiritual struggle. Because all of us were raised in a different way. Whether you were raised with two parents who were very attentive, or one parent, or foster care, right? Whether you grew up in a spiritual house or an agnostic house, it's all of us are living outside, right, of the people who govern, who actually have their fingers on the pulse of this. Ain't none of us up there in 1%. And even in that 1%, they don't pull no street. There are people who are really orchestrating certain things. So as we make the best out of what we have accessible to us, and I'm not only speaking on resource, I'm speaking on information and how we really view what's going on and what our roles may be in it, and seeking answers and trying to figure this thing out. So over this time, there's specific characteristics that are always present. There's always someone who is a couple of nickels short of a dollar. There's always someone who is the agitator, right? And then there's always the opportunity. There's always opportunity. And tools provided for the opportunity. Like, okay, we speak in gun laws and things like that, right? That's the opportunity. That's the opportunity, because if it weren't there, something else would have to be used to bring about this outcome. So when all of that is there, and is there time and time again, there has to be a counter effort, right? Now, we know that if the weapon is just there, it's just there. It can't harm anyone. It's just a weapon. Once an individual possesses it, takes custodial control of it, now, at that point, it is a tool for death. It can harm, it can maim. So you always, and we always, are in a space where we are hoping that the individual that possesses this is in their right space. And we now know time and time again that there's too much access to these weapons by people who are not right up here. Because when you're not right up here, there's no way you can be right in here. No way. At all. If you're not right here, if you're not balanced here, there is no way the inside is going to be right and exact. It's not going to happen. Because it is this that allows you to make a proper assessment any given time. And I'm telling you that from somebody who was that on a regular basis. On a regular basis. Somebody who was that, who did not think twice about it. This was in a different space, and this was in a different space. All the time. So I had no concern about the after effects, the consequences. None whatsoever. Wouldn't care who would be on the news crying. Wouldn't care about whose life is about to change because they have no parent. Did not care who was going to be missing what. And better yet, didn't care about the personal consequence. Either being hit by return or winding up doing forever in the mountains. I know exactly what that feels like. Been in that space. And if not managing myself through therapy, through the work that I put in, easily can go back. That's the danger in it. That's the danger in it. Because at any given time, boom, relapse is nothing. Especially if what I'm processing encourages what's going on inside. And we're living in a space today where very few people have knowledge of the fact that they need to be balanced, or if they have knowledge, have the desire to be in a space where you are holding yourself accountable through strategic discipline exercises, thoughts, to keep yourself in that space. Straight like that. We have been there for a very, very long time. And now we are in a space where it is encouraged to go out and do these things. There is an element. There's an element of people who, through images, through the promotion of specific triggering information, that is encouraging individuals to go out and do acts just like this. Now, some people are really, really, really into conspiracies, conspiracy theories, read Behold a Pale Horse. And this is the thing. Everybody speaks about that book and always speaks about the UFOs, the Illuminati, who's running this, who's running that. Never, ever focus in on the fact that he said that these lone wolves were going to start doing this. mass shootings. Shootings. Can y'all hear me? Give me purple hearts and green screens if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all still with me. Okay, good looking out, Ninth. That was in that book. And I don't know if people didn't read it or didn't understand it or didn't focus in on it, but that was there. And ever since that was there, we've been having them. From Columbine all the way to now. And when you're in the streets and you're doing the work and you're looking at it and you have the tools to make proper assessments of what we're getting through broadcast media, what we're getting through specific scripts on television shows and things, there has been a consistent lack of empathy for the human condition and encouragement of those who have disturbing mental processing to be the heroes. This has been consistent over and over and over and over again. Consistently. So when I'm in the work, I see it. When I'm in the streets, I see it. When I am speaking and having conversations with individuals, I see it. When it's on social media and people are commenting, I can read it, just see it. I see the anger. I see the poor communication skills. I see the lack of empathy. And I see the ego of people never believing that it's going to happen to them. Because I get threatened all the time. I see it all the time. So I know that that person that's writing in the comments that are, DMing and saying, I know for a fact that they do not understand where I may be at any given time. And that they could feel that they families can feel that at any given time. And I don't want you to confuse what I'm saying. I'm not saying that it is proper. I'm not saying, right, that these disturbing acts are right and exact. I'm not saying that the individuals deserve what they got. I'm just stating that it is an absolute fact and it is an absolute truth that everyone is not playing. That some people have so much rage inside them that we do not know what will trigger them. And we do not know who they are and what they have on them. You don't know. We don't know. Yet we find ourselves in spaces where people are always making an attempt to have authority over others. And it is not good, as I always explain to you, my tribe. Never allow anyone or anything to have power and authority over you. Now, when I'm saying that in the terms of you being the owner of your own labor. I'm not saying it for you to be on the defensive or to be on the attack every time you feel that. I'm stating it because when you are able to see an individual or an institution make an attempt to have authority over you, it is very triggering. Very triggering. Because we already know where we are as individuals and as a group. We already know that we are oppressed. Whether you know it right here, or it's in the back of your subconscious, or it's in your energy. Even if you cannot articulate it, you feel powerless over what's going on around you. So I make that a point, because that is the triggering piece. Never allow anyone or anything to have authority over you. And that means being in the presence of yourself, being in purpose and having intent with how you move. Now, we witnessing all these mass shootings. These are people who are not living in the intent of themselves. They may get up and go to work every day. They may get up and go to school every day. They may get up and go get high every day. They may get up and go work out every day. They may go get up and sell ass every day. But that is not the intent in themselves. That is them intentionally trying to adapt and adjust to a system that is oppressing them. So they're not moving in the space where they have that awareness of self. And when they don't do that, they are very dangerous. Which is why when law enforcement is called and people have these mental health issues and they already are on edge, which is why they're not supposed to be going to those calls, because they got these weapons of death on them. And for somebody in that mental state, they're not the individuals who should be showing up. Right? So these people will harm you on accident. Somebody that's off beat, off balance will harm you on accident, which is why I was talking about the young woman yesterday, Krishan Rock, and how she's moving. You understand? When somebody's off, they will hurt you or themselves. Not intentionally. So we must, as people who are in tune with who we are, with the conditions that we are under, manage with intent and purpose every aspect of our lives. Now, the harshness of this act, he allegedly just wigged out. Just wigged out. And was specific because as we see from the video that's going viral, that young man had just walked up out of there. Just walked up out of the break room and all that. So he was witness to it. For whatever reason, that individual spared him. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you are triggered, when you are enraged, certain receptors cut off in your brain. Your ability to process and reason, right, diminishes, because the chemicals in your brain that deal with empathy, reasoning, is gone Absolute scientific fact. You don't have it anymore when you're that enraged. Which is why I keep saying, get an assessment. Stop playing, book an assessment so you can understand what's going on when you are angry. Keep saying it. Because once you can harness that, then you're able to operate when calamity hits you, when bad news comes your way. The way you look at it, the way you process it, think about it, it is allow a healthier output. But if you don't know what's going on with yourself and you don't know what triggers you, it can harm you. It's going to harm you mentally, it's going to harm you spiritually and physically behind your actions. So, we don't know what transpired. We don't know what his triggers were. We don't know how heavy or how light his triggers were. Might have been a hairpin trigger. You don't know. We don't know. But we are living in a society, and we are living in these next 60 days in a space where a lot of people are triggered because they are dealing with some very heavy shit, heavy losses. And a lot of people feel very alone. Many people don't have this tribe. It's only 133 in here. You have people that don't have one person to speak to. Now imagine the themes that they are living through their daily life when they believe that they're all alone and they start to get delusional. It's like a castaway. People are castaways in their own home and come out and you have to deal with them. Or come out and go to the workplace where you're at. And you got this asshole coming down on him for some menial type of job. Or somebody who's been given the authority and they not right, never been right. Because all through grade school or all through their young adult lives, they never been diagnosed. This is where we're at now. And they have access to guns. So the majority of my work, it may be anger management, it may be batterers accountability and domestic violence parenting skills, but the majority of my work is to get people to focus with intent on the conditions that we are living under. That's why all them other shits y'all putting in front of me, these Umars, these Tariqs, these Polites that gassed y'all up and gave y'all shit, I'm gonna just keep waiting for y'all to catch up. Keep waiting. Again, I know my degrees. Why does he love the devil? Because the devil gives him nothing. I'm well aware of that degree. So, I'm just here to do my work. Now, whether keep playing and throwing everybody in front. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. There's not one individual who comes on here on a consistent basis, receive nothing, next to nothing, and giving solution out of a space of love. So it's going to be what it's going to be. But I'm just telling you, be mindful of yourself, of individuals around you, of how others dictate. You dig? And process. Look, you can see it. You can feel it. Get out of the way. It is nothing for you to, excuse me, for you to move, for you to be polite even when others are not so. Your job is to make it home. Your job is to make it home. Every night. My tribe's job is to make it home. Every night. It is not to get into incidents at work, on a train, in traffic. No. No. So that's an energy piece. Don't give a damn how much sage you burn or oils you slap on your neck or incense and all that. It is a specific energy that you have to put out into the universe. Nothing with being cowardice, nothing with being a punk. Anything is just the opposite. You're being aware of yourself and others. You're being aware of yourself and others at any given time. So when you ear hustle, oh, hold up, you know? And if you're not equipped to intervene, please don't. You understand? When people really are going through something, they are going to reach out. Man, I'm having a tough time, man. It's this guy, you know. Then you can assess it and, you know, maybe you should speak to somebody. Because I'm telling you, a lot of people watch these things in the workplace. Listen, some people mind their business. And you mind your business too much. Some people are in the business too much and can escalate a situation. But when you're here, and again, I can give little jewels here and there, but it's my work. And I don't know what the hell everybody else is doing on social media. I know it's people's getting 8, 9, 10, 15 grand a month off of this. Sure, you can see my numbers. I don't get nowhere near that. If I get $150, it's good. So you know I'm serious about my work. And that is where, on a one-on-one basis, I can give you specific tools and strategies. Because I'm telling you, we living in a space. Listen, man. The dude in the top seat of this goddamn corporation is troubled. Pops is done up here. At any given time, any of them could just take us all up out of here. We're not in a clean space. So we, as individuals, have to clean up ourselves and everybody around us. So we can assure just a little bit more safety. Gotta be a little bit more proactive in how we moving. You dig? So enough on that. I'm seeing and I'm getting a lot of DMs about Kanye and who he's hanging with. Why are y'all so concerned with that? I need to know. Help me out. Why are we so concerned about who Kanye is hanging with? Talk to me about it. Kanye West, a man who was a billionaire and lost it. And that's a totally different bill. I think I'll ask the comrade if we can build on a video that's going around that Kanye put out. Because I always talk about that. But let me stay on track. We're concerned about who he's hanging with. I want to know, who in the hell y'all think he's supposed to hang with? Who gonna hang with him? He ain't got no friends. No friends, none. Who is he gonna hang with? Jay? Jay ain't hanging with him. Jay-Z cut him off after Watch the Throne. He ain't got that friend. Who he gonna hang with? Broke ass Dame Dash? No. Who is he gonna hang with? Anybody who's willing to be seen with him. Why are we concerned about that? He ain't hanging with me. Damn sure ain't hanging with me. You know, come. He don't even know I'm here. He ain't hanging with Doggy Diamonds. Who is he gonna hang with? Who is he gonna hang with? And why are these people concerned with it? Because he never said that he was gonna hang with you. Never said that. Never asked for anybody's assistance. Never said he was committed to any cause that had to do with all of us. He, excuse me, he didn't. No. He didn't. So why do I care about if they're a neoliberal, if they this, if they that, if they this, and any of them other isms? Who gonna hang with them? Cardi? Who? Who y'all want to see him with? So if he has no friends, nobody to hang with, and people are not in an alignment with the direction that he's moving in, you can only imagine who he may be with. Gotta really do the knowledge to that, man. This man is dealing from a different mental space. I keep telling everyone that. A totally different mental space. And he might now either be more on point or more damaged over the past 6 weeks than he will ever be. Because I told you, anything that they give, they can take away. You know what it's like to pick up a... I know y'all don't know what it's like. Because ain't none of y'all got it. Because goddamn, my green screen don't be popping, so I know ain't none of y'all never seen a billion, 1.4, 1.8. People are telling you this is what you worth. You can't even fathom that. Man said he don't carry luggage. He just pops up somewhere. Do you know? You have no idea what that is like. So can you imagine? I know you can't imagine what it's like when they take this shit away. Whoa. So he gonna find a whole new set of buddies. Yeah. That's just what he gonna do. Find whoever wants to hang with him. Shit. Behind the wall, I used to see dudes who was the man. Got the whole joint smashed. He running around, up. Soon as that prestige is gone, soon as somebody put something sharp up in him and he don't respond right, ran across the yard. When he come back out, he with a whole new group of people. Oh yeah. Trust and believe. His clique is much different than it was before he got poked. That's just what happens. That's what happens. Who was shook with when him and Pop stomped out of Orlando? Who was shook with when him and Pop and them stomped out Orlando? He was with a whole bunch of folks. They was deep. Who was he with after he got knocked out by that barber? Who was he with when he caught that case? He was by his damn self. Maybe one or two deep. That's what happens. That's what happens. When you're up and you're up and you're up for selfish reasons, you're in that space. And when you come down, you come tumbling down hard. So who else is he gonna hang with? Who else is he gonna hang with? And how does that affect you? Because we always told you support's supposed to be minimal. You agree with certain particular things that he said, that he's done, but that don't affect you and how you're supposed to navigate your life. It doesn't affect you. You born to it. But bits and pieces, because I told you, these people not right. They're not right and exact at all. You know? What's up, baby girl? You good?
Yeah.
Go wash. Ugh. Got train on you.
You be quiet.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Be mindful of that. This way these things don't draw from your attention or draw your attention from somewhere else it's supposed to be. You dig? That's what we talking about. Be mindful of what you're paying attention to. Be mindful of what energy you're putting out and you're drawing back. That's what it all is about here. Energy. Energy. And we need all our energy. All right? All of it. Every bit. Now, in saying that, and piggybacking off of it, right, and connecting it, we watched Karim, who, again, watched the theatrics and the statements from Ye, push him up a sticky tree. So now, once he get pushed up that sticky tree, right? Others start to protest these little weird protests, right? Of not wearing Nike. We gonna boycott Nike. We gonna boycott Adidas. We gonna do all this and that, right? Yeah, the sticky tree. Because once you go up the sticky tree, you can't come back down. Salute Alfonso Choice. Salute for the green screen. Once you get up that sticky tree, it's hard to come back. Can't get down. And as the comrade went in last night on one of these specific dudes, right, who made a protest and decided to throw away his good gym shoes, his tennis shoes, right, his kicks in protest. When nobody asked him, he got no plug to the dude. They don't run together or nothing. And what did Kyrie have on when he was playing? Huh? Kyrie showed up in some Nikes. Balling in some Nikes. Regardless of any said punishment or any, I'm telling clickbait or article, excuse me. You see how silly people can make you feel? What are we doing? What are we doing? No, Matt. Because I always say that. Stop with these weak protests. Stop it. Been doing this since the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. It does not work. It is no longer effective because these corporations are so intertwined, right? That in order to make a protest effective, you don't only have to protest Nike. You have to protest Nike, whatever company that is processing the rubber and the leather, the NBA, and if you're doing that, Coke, Pepsi products, everything, your cable network, all that. It is all intertwined. It's all intertwined. And if you're not ready to really struggle through it, again, Martin Luther King's bus boycott was 2 long years of struggle. People walked. They did not take nothing. If you're not ready to struggle for a year or 2 and protesting what you want to call NBA, sneakers and all that, I told you in the NFL protesting with the cap situation. Told you that. In order to protest the NFL, you have to cut your cable off. We don't want cable. We're not buying no Coke or Pepsi products. Anything that got to do with Nike and athletic wear, done. Can't protest. What? How you gonna protest the NFL? But you still got cable. It's intertwined. They all get paid. This is what they do. This is what these conglomerates are. This is what really a monopoly is. Entertainment industry too. You can't say you're gonna boycott hip hop when these artists, these rappers is getting money with Disney and doing movies and TVs. They're not missing nothing. How you boycott? Stop paying attention. Stop paying attention. You're right, Burdock. It wouldn't take 2 years. It would take 90 days if it's done right. If it's really shut down. I'm with you on that. And I always said it, 90 days to change the world. 90 days. I say that's the magic amount of time and space. 90 days, you could be a custody. You could be a crackhead in 90 days. In 90 days, you could be a dope fiend. In 90 days. In 90 days, your life could go in the shitter. 90 days with the wrong broad, your ass could be shook, toe up. Same with a woman. I done seen women in 90 days with the wrong man, whole shit flip. 90 days is the magic amount of time. But in 90 days, you can lose weight and change your whole life and save your health. In 90 days, you could get nice and brolic. I've seen it in 90 days. In 90 days, you can be wealthy too. In 90 days, you're absolutely right. But our people don't have the attention span of a week. 2-3 days. I seen it. Because you know what? Y'all was just hating Kanye. Then the next day, y'all was loving him. Then because y'all see him hang with some Euros, y'all hate him again. Our people are not consistent. They're just not. So as I remain consistent in the hopes of building people to endure all these struggles that we have, my 90 days, yo, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna still be doing it or not. That's just how real it get. That's just how real it get. Seriously. It's not easy. It ain't easy. Baby girl, 18 in June. 18. That's college. That's everything. Come on, she just got here. Just got here. Just born. I remember that day. Just got here. This shit ain't no, it's not a game. So as people want to be fickle, and some people, you know, you don't know what you're talking about, and you know, in debating, I don't come here to hear no opinion. I'm here to teach, to educate. So ain't no talking when I'm talking. I'm not here to dialogue and debate. You understand? But that's what happens in that 90-day span. So again, how are we watching people, right, who making a mockery of protest, of people's struggle? Giving them no attention? Fuck out of here. These people are corny, and they playing with y'all. And I'm not here for that. I don't play with my people. I'm very intentional. I'm very serious. Because we have a lot of work to do. And it's so, you know, saying that, I got to get up out of here, as you can see. I got, you know, some running around to do, and to get dinner ready, and to try to find a few nickels, you know. So definitely book an assessment, DM me, email me, you know. Hit the green screen for your assessments, because anger is real. Oh, anger is real. And, you know, there's always a person around that corner that we don't know. So we don't want them to trigger us, and we damn sure don't want to trigger them. We just don't. You dig? We don't. Our job is to make it home. So in the furtherance of us walking our path towards liberation, we can appreciate it that much more. All right? So don't believe in me. Believe in my belief in you. And if you are going through something like that, or if you're just going through it, reach out. Reach out. All my social media is public. I have people that I've been dealing with on social media for years. don't feel like that you just going through it for dolo, or that nobody's qualified. You know, I already showed y'all all my certifications and all that. I'm not just sitting here yip-yapping shit. I get busy. I got certifications for it. I studies this shit on a regular basis. You know, my books don't come from no bullshit. This shit here. That should say, what that say? That say PhD. I'm not online. I'm a stuntman just rattling off. I get refreshers on a regular basis. Yeah, I know what it is to deal with this shit. All right? So, you know, let's do what we do. Again, salute. Appreciate everybody for coming through. You know, Ryan, Big Ma, T, Kelly Mills, everybody, Ninth. You dig what I'm saying? Tisha, all y'all. I see y'all. You dig? I appreciate and love y'all. Deborah, everybody. Lucretia, Mac, I see you, Sean. All y'all. I see y'all. Just keep it coming and we gonna win. Baltimore. Jama, we gonna win. You dig? Bird out, we gonna get it. Wise, I see y'all. Prototype, I see all y'all. We gonna win, but yo, you gotta work at it. This ain't easy. Right, E? Stepping through Brownsville, I see y'all. We, Sade, everybody. I see y'all. But it's work, it's a struggle. You gotta welcome the struggle. Knox, what up? You gotta welcome the struggle. Black Sparrow, what up? It's a struggle, right? Y'all understand that, right? So don't play with it. All right? Salute.